What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Alex with TURO Profits, and on this channel I give you guys an in-depth look into my life as a rental car fleet owner. Before we get into the video, drop a comment for me down below with one question you have about TURO or private rentals. If you don't have a question and you're on TURO, you're doing the rental car business, drop a comment with your experience so far. I'd love to connect with you guys and see how your journey has been. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly why you shouldn't finance a car to put on TURO. Let's get into the video. First things first, when I say finance, I strictly mean personally financing a vehicle. Of course, everybody wants to get started right away from day one with business credit, but to be honest with you, that's not going to be the reality for most of the people starting out. If you have questions about business credit, I do have another video related specifically to business credit, so definitely make sure to check that out. The bottom line is there's way too many people out there maxing out their personal credit to put cars on TURO. That is the absolute worst way you could possibly start. Second thing, when I say you shouldn't finance a car for TURO, I'm speaking specifically about cars priced over $20,000. If you stay under the $20,000 mark, at that point the car has mostly depreciated, so you won't need to worry about negative equity too much. On top of that, you'll be able to actually pay off the car in 1 to 2 years. When you pay that car off, you can transfer the name on the title from your personal name to the name of your LLC. And now your business has its first asset. Getting all of that out of the way, now let's get into the video. Negative equity. Negative equity, believe it or not, is a real thing, especially in this business. Think about it. You financed a car for 4 to 6 years and you're making the minimum payment. At the same exact time, you're also putting 3 times the amount of wear and tear on the vehicle. There's just no way the car will be able to last the full length of the loan. Meaning it might be profitable for a year and a half, 2 years on the platform, but at that point, chances are mileage is high and expensive repair is definitely coming soon. At that point, you would be left with only 2 options. Actually keep the car until something negative happens, like a transmission repair, engine repair, something super major. Obviously, you'd be coming out of pocket in that situation. Or sell the car and realize the negative equity. Keep in mind, this loan that you signed is probably anywhere from 4 to 6 years. And if the average length of a rental car is 1 to 3 years, there's going to be negative equity guaranteed on a finance car. In most cases, the negative equity equals out to around the same amount of money that you made for that 1.5 to 2 years while managing the car. So in that case, that finance car, you really just work for free. The next thing is recalls. When you finance a car over 20K, chances are it's going to be decently newer. And in this case, the chances of you having to deal with a recall is way higher. Mercedes, Porsche, BMW, they're all known for having recalls on a lot of their new vehicles. And if you've been on the TURO platform with a newer vehicle of one of these brands, chances are you've ran into a recall. For the most part, this is going to happen to newer cars. That's the whole reason of a recall. A recall is essentially when a manufacturer releases a car and finds out about an issue later. So in that case, the manufacturer is going to cover the cost and the replacement of whatever the issue is, but that's not the problem. Think about it. You financed a Mercedes-Benz, a brand new C-Class for TURO, then a recall comes out of nowhere. You talk to Mercedes about the recall and they say they have no time frame on when this part is going to come and when they can get your car fixed. Now, the car just has to sit there. You still have to keep making the payment, but you can't rent it out. It's illegal to rent out cars that have an active recall. So as soon as the recall is issued, TURO is going to automatically delist your car. So now you're sitting here with no timeline on when your car is getting fixed, yet you still have to keep making the payment. Of course, a recall can come with any car that you get, used or new, but usually cars that are priced $20,000 and less are usually more than 6 years old. And the recalls, if there have been any so far, they've already been completed. And the third and final reason why you shouldn't finance a car for TURO is risk. The more expensive the car, the more risk associated with that vehicle. When you're starting a new business, why would you take on extra risk if you don't have to? Especially if you have no idea what you're doing. Mastering the processes involved in this business is the most important thing in the very beginning stages. After all, if you don't master damages, one mistake could cost you your entire business. As you guys have seen over on my Instagram, I'm profiting on every single damage instance every single time. That's money on top of the car getting fixed that I get to profit. Whether it's TURO or private, the system is bulletproof. Most people think of damages as just part of the game, which shouldn't be the way that you think about it, especially if there is a way that you can profit. In my mentorship program, I work with you one-on-one through each damaged instance on Turo or private to guarantee that you're able to profit on that damage. In addition to that, I help you pick out the perfect car for your city and your situation to actually list on Turo and go private with. We then maximize Turo and eventually expand into private rental. I give you access to who I have for commercial insurance, my rental agreement templates, vehicle management agreement templates, guaranteed first private rental within your first 30 days, the bulletproof system that I've been using for 4+ years, all with guaranteed results. I am only able to mentor 5 students every single month, so of course spots are extremely limited. If you're interested in applying for the mentorship, make sure to check out the link down below. At the end of the day, the main reason why people want to finance a car to put on Turo is most likely because they don't have the cash available to buy a cash car to start off with. And don't get me wrong, you can definitely buy any car to put on Turo and at the very least make the payment and get a free car. If that's you, by all means, go out and finance that vehicle that you want. But maximizing that finance vehicle is where the issue lies. And I'm sure the reason why he clicked on this video, the reason why you're watching my channel is because you actually want to build a business out of it, not just get a car for free. Very quickly, before I let you guys go, I want to leave you with a quick gem that basically will explain everything that I'm talking about so you guys can start to put all of the information together and make a decision for yourself. Check out the prices here on these Tesla Model 3s. Keep in mind, this car you can purchase for around $35,000 to $60,000, depending on used, new, how many miles, etc. You're only getting $50 a day for this vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's a used one or a new one in most oversaturated markets. Now, look at this minivan. These minivans you can pick up for $10,000 to $15,000 and look at the daily rate. It's basically identical. And for the cost of the minivan versus the cost of the Tesla, it really doesn't add up. The minivan daily rate is much higher of a return on your investment than the Tesla, even though it looks cooler. That's all I got. I think you guys understand the point that I'm trying to make. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. That's gonna officially wrap up this one. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more content like this, more gems, tips, and tricks, and leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.